Caleb, for what it's worth, having spent some time in New York, immediately double parks behind Logan.
So he can't get out.
All right, I am going to. Okay, so he's off the car. That's good. On our car now, or is he still latching onto the enemy car?
Our car is like still pushed up against the hood of the other car, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
Does this truck have a lever to open up the trunk?
What, do you mean his muscle car? The trunk's exposed.
Logan's muscle car, like to open up the trunk.
The trunk is exposed. Essentially, it's like a flatbed on the back.
Oh, I see. I was thinking like we need to get Caleb back in our car if we're gonna shoot at it and disable it.
Caleb seems rather
Can I
determined to pursue this dude.
lean out? Can I kind of I
am to the side of it
climb out of
now.
the car and just grab Caleb and yank him back into our car?
I think he doesn't want to come back without a prize.
He seems a little far for you. You would have to physically climb on the truck in order to climb all the way over, grab him, and then climb all the way back. And that's without him resisting.
I mean, he does have the guy pinned in his driver's seat.
He does.
Yeah, you do have a clear shot at the driver if you want to take it.
Okay, yeah, I'll just do that. It's the difficulty?
It will only be 1 due to the short range and him having him pinned.
Aim at it?
Yep, you may. Blam! How much damage do you do?
That's gonna be 7 pen 2.
7 and 2. Yeah, he is not doing well. He takes 2 bullet wounds in the chest, and he's like, you can see him like bleeding, but he's barely alive in the car. Do you want to attack again, or
I'll
anybody
attack
else want
again.
to attack?
Yeah, you can take
Remember,
this
take
train.
2 strain.
We'll do it. There we go. That's gonna be 6 damage pen 2, and gonna activate my gonna spend the 3 advantages to hit with my second pistol. So that's going to be another 6 damage pen 2.
So the windscreen is suddenly blown out by these hail bullets as Nyx just unloads with both her pistols on this poor dude. Just as he jitters around, Caleb, you probably have to turn your face away just from the blood. And eventually, you can easily just toss him out of the side as you take control of the vehicle.
Yeah, I'm definitely grabbing the gun off the body before I toss it, though.
As once you grab the gun off the body, which is a simple machine pistol, as you chuck him out, all you see is this other guy just rolling past you as well, going, yeah, off the sands.
Right, since that's under control, I'm gonna slam on the gas.
All right then. One moment.
You are all absolutely insane, but I appreciate that we didn't die there.
Hey, I take no credit for whatever Ruben was doing. He thought it was a smart idea to make that jump. The mad
You
lad.
did it again.
You had it right, and then you flipped it back.
What is it about
Wait,
Caleb
what?
and Ruben?
Did I seriously flip it again?
Yeah, you did.
You had it right, and then you corrected yourself.
Damn it.
So close, yet so far.
So right and yet so wrong.
Oh, that's beautiful. Right, as you're driving through the sands once more, getting closer to... One moment.
So did we just decide, does Caleb have his own car now?
I guess.
Yes, you
Apparently.
and your new armor-stripped truck.
Managed to step one of the land ship, lads. Let's go.
Exactly, you're just gonna start gathering vehicles until you got a venerable tiny army going on.
So we're just gonna like weld a bunch of trucks together and just make that how it gets around. Like 15 trucks just all welded into one piece of metal.
Perfect. As you're going towards this compound, you do see a few more dust clouds heading towards you as you exit the canyon. There's at least 2 more heading towards you. However, Nix, you saw before somebody was messing around with something on top of this compound. Something to do with the cloth on top of it. And as he pulls it off, you could easily point it out to people, but essentially I want you to roll warfare.
Alright. Sorry, what?
Warfare. Unless you point it out, then everybody can roll warfare. Of what basically. What
Yeah, I pointed it. I pointed out.
Alright,
I do not have any skills. Fair.
I'm assuming I don't because I'm in a different vehicle now.
Oh, if you point it out, you're driving next to each other, aren't you?
I'd assume so. Once we're out of the canyon, I'm not behind them anymore.
So Nick's pointing towards the compound. Like, what the
I see it. What's up?
Right. Essentially, as he reveals, Logan, you immediately know that this is something probably not good, but not for you, as when it sounds off, you immediately know what it is. The resounding boom of the howitzer that was fired from the top of the compound hits the dust clouds coming from your left, and you just see a massive explosion just detonate across the sands, just boom, from cluster charges. And all you see is this rather large man next to the howitzer starting to load it again as the tribals are just noping out of there and going off it back into the rocks they came from.
They took notice that we commandeered one of the vehicles, right?
Yeah, Adam, you might want to reach out to them and explain that we're friendly.
You do see them reloading.
Adam! Adam!
I'm gonna ask, is there a way for me to speak through Adam?
Cool. Oh, there he is, Adam.
Yeah, I'm here. What exactly do you want from me?
Everybody's panicking because
Try
somebody
to contact the base up ahead. Tell me we commandeered one of the tribal vehicles. We're friendlies. Don't shoot.
Right, I'll send that message straight up ahead. I'll also send a copy of our, documents that we're here to deliver cargo and the scan I took from Logan's hunter badge.
As you're sending this information, you see the person get behind the howitzer once more to take aim. However, you see this one small robot-like thing run out onto a roof and just almost tackle the dude, or try to. And thankfully, you see the guy stand up, no longer taking aim down the howitzer, and just walking off towards the back inside.
Well, that was a
Sorry,
Presumably
I'm so
mad he didn't get to take another shot.
Yeah.
Ruben, you almost became a crater.
You did it
I
again,
think we should just accept it.
Yeah, we honestly should just edit our names and swapped. I'll become Caleb.
Did I fucking make a mistake again?
You say Ruben every time.
Caleb, goddammit. Caleb, you almost became a traitor. God damn it.
We almost became a Jill sandwich.
Sam, what are you doing here?
By the way, how long are we running today?
Just a bit more.
Dude, I'm starving. We really should have had a break for dinner.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty good stopping point if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, you can head back. You're heading in towards the compound, and yeah, essentially we'll pick up from here next time. Yeah, everybody okay with that?
Sure.
Yeah.
I can't believe we
Sounds
got
good
the
to me.
vehicle.
Yeah, dude, we fucking got a vehicle. Good work, everyone.
Full of food.
Alright.
Right. As you approach the facility, the ruins of the raiders that dare to attempt to attack you behind you, more than a few marks around the landscape due to the howitzer having done its job quite effectively. That being said, as you've closed in on the facility, you actually see the howitzer in its full glory on top of the facility. You can see that it's more akin to not exactly a modern day version, but something that would have been seen hundreds upon hundreds of years ago. If you want a basic description of it, think a German World War II howitzer. Big front shield, massive gun.
Big, noisy, and excessive. Gotcha.
Exactly. But very destructive if loaded with the right ammo. And now, as you go around the facility to get inside of the entrance, you see the many wrecks and burning remains of, well, other unfortunates that clearly thought they could attack this place and failed. The doors are closed for a moment, and you hear a robotic, almost sing-song kind of voice go, "Hello, welcome. May I ask who is visiting?"
Excuse me while I swallow what I'm eating.
Were you eating while driving? Just
Logan was so pissed that he got grazed by that bullet on the shoulder that he just grabbed one of his food rations from the back or something, just so he can munch on something out of pure frustration.
of course, of course.
Now, I'm gonna.
You're eating the tribal, don't lie.
I mean, that depends on. Are they tasty?
No, they're very dirty people.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I don't know. Give him tell Adam to send the, because this is a bot, right? I'm gonna tell Adam to sell them the info of why we're here and who we are, basically.
Fair enough.
Let
Oh,
the
could
bot
you also
sort
roll?
it out between themselves and shit.
Could you roll perception with 4 purples, please?
Just me?
Yes. The others also may if they really wish to, though.
Or purples used. Jesus fuck.
I know.
I do have good odds on that, bro. Hey, I made it, but damn, am I having
Yeah.
a chill up my spine?
Oh yes, as you're talking to a robot, like I don't know, certain thing, you bring your food back up to your mouth, and all you see is the eyes of your dog looking up to you as it's hanging off the other end of its mouth. Going, "Rrrr."
Oh.
Apparently, it was not sneaky enough to steal away your food, but it's still chewing on it nevertheless.
I'm gonna toss my the rest of my ration to Boba.
Bubba is happy about
And then I'm
this.
gonna
and
say,
just-
bad dog, Boba. Bad dog, and wave the finger just so I can give him mixed signals.
It does not seem to pay attention as it just rips apart the packaging, rather skillfully, mind you, and just devours the food within. Just
Ruben kind of like
Handlebar.
watching this scene. He's like, I feel like you're kind of giving your dog mixed messaging here.
Don't worry about it, he needs to learn. And I wave my finger authoritatively in Boba's face. That'll teach him.
As the door suddenly hisses open,
Was
You
that
hear
really
music.
necessary? You fucking show off.
no, I am always got the sound effects. you can hear music start being played as you get deeper into the garage-like entrance.
So, do you know anything about this place, Logan? What they do here?
Well, I've been to this outpost a couple of times. It's the only decent water hole around here, so should feel safe. There's plenty of hunters coming in and going, so pretty much nobody else is gonna bother us here. Don't worry, we're safe as long as we're here. I mean, everybody's armed to the teeth, so either you're super safe or in a lot of trouble, so...
I'll hope up for the former, and he just kind of nods respectfully as they walk.
You can see more than a few people getting out of your way as you go down the tunnel. Some of them giving Caleb and even you, Logan, a flipping nod of respect. Like, "Alright, how you doing?"
Yeah, I'll
Some of
greet
them
them
seeming
back.
to recognize you.
Also, what's with the music? Isn't this a bit too Russian?
No, that's when we starts playing over the tunnel within the facility.
Okay. I didn't
It's
know...
blaring.
Comrade, I didn't know that we were so aggressively communist.
It's playing loudly over the tannery, which is rather common now and again in this outpost. Which, weirdly enough, I mean, you and Nix would know, but...
I can't say I agree with their choice of music, but anyway, we came here to do a job, so...
I think these are them guys I heard about that left the metro in 2033 or something like that.
Yeah, I heard about that. It was a weird time in human history.
You haven't seen anything yet. Right, as you get closer, you're basically directed to park your vehicle. It's not really a neat parking thing. It's like, find a space, make sure you can get out. Go on, hurry up.
Sounds like my kind of parking. And as I'm parking next to a couple of other vehicles, I'm just gonna give them a little love tap just so I can move them out of the way very gingerly and make room for myself.
Oh
There
yeah,
we go.
there's even a little car boot shop next to where you come in, and he's like, "Hey, what's your paint?"
Hey, don't worry about it. I may have traded some paint with a few assholes out there. Mind checking the back? If there's anything in need of repair, just let me know. I'll pay. No questions asked.
Fine, I'll take a look.
Don't be
He says-
grumpy. I'll give you a little extra for your trouble.
Yeah, he says and gets tools out of his boot and walks over.
Logan's
You
gonna...
you can see his hunter's mark like dangling from his chest as he comes on over and starts working on your car, checking it over.
In the meantime, I'm gonna grab some dirty old rag from my car that I've probably used to wipe some oil or something, and just nonchalantly wrap it around my shoulder where that bullet grazed me. Not really caring at all that I can seriously get an infection because of that, and just...
Yeah.
there we go, that's better.
Ruben is kind of like, I could help you with that. He's kind of like reaching for his bag for disinfecting alcohol. It's like, you really shouldn't do that.
Oh, it's just a little graze, Doc. Embarrassing that he actually managed to get me. Don't worry about it, it's no big deal. I'm sure it's gonna fix itself.
Doctoring
Oh.
intensifies.
Ruben has like an expression on his face where he's just like, he doesn't believe him, but it's
Press X
probably
without-
easier to deal with an infection than to argue with him.
Press X without...
Caleb, for what it's worth, having spent some time in New York, immediately double parks behind Logan.
So he can't get out. So your muscle car and your van is parked now. The van, of course, being the Raider's vehicle, which is very scrapped and put together compared to the muscle car.
A quick question. From a 1 to 10, how weird would it be to the others if we come here, park our car, and immediately start looking through it, clearly indicating that we have no idea what's inside the car?
Well, not that, unknown. I mean, there's probably been it now and again.
Because I'm assuming our first job is to find out what the fuck's inside that Raider car.
Well, you could take a look.
Yeah, that's what Caleb was gonna do right away.
Ah, perfect.
So reluctantly, Logan's gonna let Ruben, yes. Reluctantly, Logan is gonna let Ruben get a look at his injury while Caleb is checking out the car.
I am going to pull out a clean rag and disinfect his wound while bandaging it properly.
What a waste of alcohol. Alcohol's for drinking, you know that, right?
You don't want to drink this stuff. He kind of shows you the bottle. It's doesn't taste very good.
Oh yeah, well, it's what we call emergency drinks for when the other stuff runs out.
Ruben kind of frowns. I really hope you haven't been drinking this stuff. It'll rot your insides out.
Nah, don't worry, I haven't been that desperate lately.
Now,
Lately.
I really have to get you on an examiner's table, and he just kind of shrugs while working on his wound.
Caleb, what are you searching of a vehicle first? You gonna search for the cockpit first, the back of it, or what? Or the middle?
I guess since I'm still in the cockpit, I'll check the cockpit first, and then I'll hop out and check the back.
Alright, as you're searching around the cockpit, I would say, it's gonna be passive, so I'll see what your skill is. Yeah, you pass. You're easy enough, better enough mechanic to know. Essentially, as you're looking through it, you see bits of old rust. You notice that the steering wheel, now you finally got your hands off of it, is pretty much just a welded chain on a couple of spanners. And it's
Classic.
well, it's not the best, but it does look kind of very punk, at least. But you do notice something weird about the vehicle itself. For one, there doesn't seem to be ignition. It's pretty much like a pool ignition, like somebody jury-rigged it. Since they couldn't find the keys, they've replaced it with some sort of chainsaw ignition, like you pull it and it spins.
Also, it's metal as fuck, and they like that shit.
And looking over to the left, you also notice that there's this strange button on it. Like it's big red with a skull on it.
Well, I've seen enough movies to know that it's probably some kind of nitrous system.
Either that or the self-destruct button, because let's face it, of course they'll have it.
It's true as well.
Apart from this, there is just a few cloths hanging from the windows, some personal effects on the counter, seeming like somebody used their knife to dig in their kill count. Sadly, I mean, it looks like they've got 2.5 somehow.
Damn
Oh, God.
kill stealers.
I can take that in such a morbid way, but I think I'll refrain from that.
That's around about what's left in the cockpit. The seats aren't very comfy, however. They seem to be made out of foam.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Probably the only
Yeah.
real luxurious part in this one.
And so I'll swing around to the back and see what was in the area that those two guys jumped out of.
Well, going in the middle, you pull back the giant door, and you notice it's pretty much a resting area. There's some mattresses and the like just pressed up against the wall and floor. There's a small rack from where they would have stuck their guns. There's a rifle on there that's still left. However, you notice that this place seems to be almost cut in half, or at least there's a third of the back of it being cut off from like the outside, since it's a sheet of metal between here and there.
Huh.
So you can't actually see out the back from the middle.
Now I'm extra curious about what's in that last part. So I suppose I'll just give a quick look-see to see if anybody left anything behind in here, and then I'll check out the last part.
Well, you can do a nice perception check for me to see if you can find anything.
What's the difficulty on that?
I would say difficulty is 2. It's not a very hidden type stuff.
Eee.
Let's see. Just let me roll a second. Nice.
Got some. We didn't roll for Destiny.
You may roll for Destiny while I'm just sorting this out.
Hey! If that's rolling for a loot table, we went over 100, that's gotta be a good sign.
Yes, it actually is. I didn't expect you to roll that high, but don't worry. I'm gonna quickly. Wow, you guys keep rolling. Relax.
Racist much?
We are strong with the dark side here.
Yep.
Now, if only we were Sith, that would have been great.
Right, essentially, you find. And also.
Ah yes, the most comfortable and enjoyable of downtimes when the DM is noting all the loot you're gonna get. Times.
It's not my fault you rolled so good, Hush. Didn't expect you to flipping roll that well, but you did.
So he rolled like a double light side, and that's like a good roll.
It means you get 2 light side points. For loot, I rolled basically the added on random loot, and you got quite a few things from that, which is nice.
Random loot is always nice when you're dirt poor.
Oh, definitely. Especially when you roll this well on it.
We have 2 light side, or 2 more light sides. It's like 4 light side, 10 dark side.
Actually, no, we should reset, so only Ash needs to roll since he's the only one here. Yeah, every session you reset.
Oh. Yeah, okay. My mistake.
It's not bad, I mean, it's 2-2 so far, and only Ash has to roll. That's pretty fine. Balanced. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Snap, snap, snap.
From my perspective,
And the last one.
the Jedi are evil.
That's a very Sith thing to say.
My Kreia intensifies.
How dare you not believe that we should all be servants to the Force?
I really want to make a Kreia character one of these days.
Kreia is awesome. Right, here we go. This is what you find.
Suddenly a wall of text appears.
As you're
Nice.
searching through all the things, you take the shotgun, or what appeared to be a rifle at first, but you took it off and it was actually one of the lever action shotguns. You put that to the side and notice behind it there's a small gap. As you open it up, you find a few hidden away objects, a small emergency pistol, a tripod for some sort of weapon, likely scavenged, and an under-barrel launcher of some kind. Which, of course, take a quick look at and know that it's a grapple launcher.
That could come in handy out here.
After Ruben kind of like finishes up his quick fix on Logan's arm, he just kind of turns around and he gets to work. He takes another napkin out and he basically just starts wiping down the inside of Logan's truck. He became very aware of just how dirty it was with the quality of rag that he just used.
Bubba is happy about this. He's following you along as you clean. So yes, that's what you find within the vehicle, Caleb. Of course, that's just a middle section.
And once I've gathered up all that stuff, I will hop out and swing around to the back and check out what's hidden in there.
As you go to the back, you notice the same scroll on the back that was on the button in the cockpit. And you're gonna open the door?
I'm gonna that makes me a little nervous. I'm gonna do a quick look-see around and see if there's any openings that I could peer inside.
It seems to be relatively all closed off. Even the windows are grated.
Does the door seem to be locked at all, or no?
No, doesn't seem to be. It seems to be held on by a bar.
I'm gonna knock on the door and see if I get any kind of reaction.
There is no answer.
I'll open it, but as I open it, I'm walking backwards with the door to keep the door in front of me.
That's fair. As you open it, you hear a small click, 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 as the door keeps locking once, locking twice, as if something's keeping it back. But finally, as you open it up, you look inside, and there seems to be a small rail that has extended down towards the floor. But as you look up, there seems to be something which you may or may not know. Roll